Ethical Hacking Module 3. Scanning and Enumeration. Welcome back to our Ethical Hacking series. In Module 2, we explored reconnaissance, gathering information without directly interacting with our target. Now, it's time to take the next step. In this module, we'll dive deep into scanning and enumeration. This is where ethical hackers begin to actively interact with target systems to discover potential entry points, vulnerabilities, and system details. You'll learn how to use tools like Nmap, Necto, and Neshes, and more importantly, how to interpret the results responsibly. What is scanning in ethical hacking? Scanning is the first direct interaction we have with the target. Unlike passive reconnaissance, this phase actively probes the target to identify how it functions, what systems are running, and where potential weaknesses lie. It's like knocking on doors and checking which ones are unlocked, which are bolted, and what's behind each. Phase following reconnaissance involves active probing of systems. Goal: identify live hosts, open ports, running services, and OS details. Provides data needed for exploitation. Understanding port scanning. Every service runs on a port. Port scanning is about identifying which ports are open and which services they're running. For example, if port 22 is open, the system might be running SSH, a possible target for brute force. Tools like Nmap allow multiple scan types, each suited to different use cases and stealth levels. Understanding port scanning. Ports equals entry and exit points for communication. Common ports: 80, HTTP, 443, HTTPS, 22, SSH, 21, FTP. Types of scans: TCP SYN scan, SS, stealthy and fast. TCP connect scan, ST, complete connection. UDP scan, SU, finds non-TCP services. Version scan, SV, identifies software versions. Deep dive into Nmap. Nmap is a gold standard in ethical hacking. With the right combination of flags, you can map out a system's architecture, discover outdated software, and even estimate the OS. However, some scans are noisy and can trigger intrusion detection systems, so always choose your scan type wisely. Deep dive into Nmap. A. Aggressive scan, OS, services, scripts, traceroute. O. OS detection. T0 T5, scan timing, T0 equals slowest, stealthiest. P. Specify ports. PN, skip host discovery. Sample command, nmap@4ptarget.com. Banner grabbing explained. Banner grabbing is like asking a server to identify itself. Many services respond with a banner containing the software name and version, like Apache February 4, 29. With that information, you can research known vulnerabilities and potential exploits. Sends crafted requests to services. Reads response headers for service info. Tools: Netcat, ANSI, Telnet, curl, Nmap scripts. Helps match service versions to vulnerabilities. OS fingerprinting. Knowing the operating system helps hackers decide the next steps. OS fingerprinting allows ethical hackers to craft platform-specific exploits or avoid detection by understanding how the system behaves. Active method, Nmap vs passive method, P0F, Wireshark. Analyzes packet structure and responses. Useful for tailoring exploits, Windows vs Linux. Zenmap Maps GUI companion. Zenmap is perfect for those not comfortable with the command line. It lets you perform powerful scans using presets and provides clear visualizations of scanned networks. Great for learning and reporting. Friendly interface for beginners. Offers default scan profiles. Visual network topology mapping. Saves scan results for analysis. Introduction to vulnerability scanning. Vulnerability scanning bridges the gap between scanning and exploitation. Once we know what services and systems are running, we check for known issues such as a web server vulnerable to remote code execution. Finds known weaknesses in services and OS. Relies on vulnerability databases like CVE. Types: network-based, host-based, web application scans. Nicto Web Server Vulnerability Scanner. Nicto specializes in web servers. It quickly reveals dangerous misconfigurations and outdated components that could be exploited. It's fast, free, and useful for both beginners and pros. Open source tool. Detects outdated software, dangerous files or directories, default scripts/configs. Output is in plain text, easily parsable. Use Nicto http://target.com. Neshes Comprehensive Vulnerability Assessment. Neshes is a top-tier scanner used by security teams worldwide. Though it requires setup and registration, its scans are deep and well documented, perfect for enterprise environments or CTF challenges. Requires account and setup. Commercial grade scanner. Checks for misconfigurations, patch levels, and weak credentials. Generates professional audit reports. Enumeration techniques. Enumeration is a deeper dive. It's about gathering names, shares, permissions, and policies from exposed services. Tools like Enum for Linux or Nmap can help gather this data, building a detailed view of the target. Focuses on extracting data from services. NetBIOS, EntStat, SMB, Enum for Linux, SNMP, Nmap. LDAP queries. Reveals usernames, shares, policies. Legal and ethical reminders. A key part of ethical hacking is ethics. Scanning someone's system without consent can land you in legal trouble. That's why platforms like TryHackMe and HackTheBox exist to help you learn in a legal, controlled space. Scanning without permission equals illegal. Always get written authorization. Use labs like TryHackMe or HackTheBox. Respect privacy and data boundaries. Recap and what's next. Scanning and enumeration set the groundwork for system hacking. Now that we've mapped services and spotted vulnerabilities, we're ready to learn how attackers exploit them in the next module, system hacking. Tools covered: Nmap, Zenmap, Nicto, Neshes. Concepts: port scanning, fingerprinting, enumeration. Foundation for system exploitation. That concludes Module 3, a deep dive into scanning and enumeration. In the next module, we'll explore how attackers use this information to break into systems. If you're enjoying the course, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and drop a comment below. Keep learning the ethical way.